Evening guys, and welcome to vlog number 53 of the Mousehole Diaries. This week I am on Kestrel Swim 6, but for now let's just roll that intro. Alright guys, so like I said, I am on Kestrel Swim 6 this week, and as you may not be able to see, no, it's not coming out on camera, it is blinking cold. That's the way I'm going to put it guys, it is cold. So I'm all wrapped up, got the thermals on, got the aqua jacket on, happy days, I'm warm enough and comfortable. So it is November the 8th. And we're in winter time at the minute now guys, so pitch black outside, so no intros or anything outside I'm afraid, and obviously getting here after work it's dark and you've got to set up and all that sort of thing, so you're probably going to find for the next, I don't know, maybe 10 vlogs are probably all going to start off like this guys. By the time I get here it's pitch black, so there's no chance of doing any filming outside, so no chance of showing you where my rods are now. I will endeavour to get it on the fish app in the morning for the bait boat. I'm sure I can get the spots saved on that and show you a picture, so if I've managed to do that I'll probably put it in now guys, just so you can see where I am for Friday night. So let's tell you what's on them anyway. So I've gone for Mousehole's own bait, they use steamies. Now they're Tiger Nut and Toffee done me well on my last visit here and I had one, so I've got my right hand rod on that. The middle I've actually gone for sticky active krill with just a 4 boilie stringer with it as well. Sorry, the first one just has a tiny little mesh bag guys. I'm going really minimalistic today, not much has been out, so I'm not putting out a load of bait just to, you know, I'd rather see what happens on the first night. And the last one is going back to Mousehole's sort of exclusive bait if you like. I think they do it one other place in Europe, but it's by Steamies, but it's pineapple tigers, and I used to use pineapple tigers before from Bait Solutions and caught loads on it. So that's just in a solid PVA bag with a little bit of pineapple tigers juice in there guys. So that's it for Friday evening. Now obviously I'm in Swim 6, I have been here quite a few times, so I've just put them out quickly tonight guys. Tomorrow I will investigate with the bait boat and the deeper, but for tonight I literally just had to get the rods out, so pray to those carp gods I can get one for you. Now if any of you have been following me on social media, you'll know I haven't been out for the last 3 weeks, so my last actual time on the bank was actually here on Kingfisher Swim 7 for vlog number 52, and unfortunately from that, not from there actually, but after that I ended up hurting my back and then being at home, working from home all week, and then ended up with a bad chest infection basically guys. So I've not been out, so I cannot tell you how pleased I am to be back out on the bank and at Mousehole Lakes. Obviously this place is like home to me, so it really is my favourite place to come back to. But there are more things coming out guys, so if you haven't subscribed to this channel already and you like this sort of thing, why not hit that subscribe button guys, and if after watching it you like it, give it the old thumbs up, and if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. I do post every single week on a Friday at 6:30, and that's it guys, that's your Friday evening update. If I get any fish during the night obviously I'll be sure to film it for you, and if not I'll give you a bit more of an update in the morning. And I tell you, I've got the winter bag on and I'm glad I have, because it is already quite chilly, going down to about 6 degrees tonight, which isn't terrible, but I always make sure I leave my front door open, so later on I will be having the old snod over my nose, so at least it keeps my nose warm when it's sticking out of the sleeping bag. Alright guys, thanks for watching, give you an update in the morning. Morning all. So yeah, as that lack of footage might have indicated, nothing for me last night, I'll be honest. no liners, no anything, totally quiet. Not totally surprised, obviously, when you get here in the dark and you're putting them out. I haven't checked any spots or anything like that. I literally just needed to get the rods out last night and then get set up, so setting up and all in dark o'clock isn't ideal. Sorry, I have seen something, I'm just trying to make sure if it's a fish or a duck. I'm guessing that probably was a fish. Oh well, I guess I have seen my first fish in swim 5's water. No one's in swim 5 at the minute, but I know Michael's dad is fishing into there, so I've kind of stuck with swim 6. Now, there is an aerator opposite me. It's kind of in swim's water, it's behind the reed island, and it's generating quite a bit of noise, so I couldn't really hear much last night. I did get up a couple of times, sat on the bed chair for about 20 minutes each one, just trying to listen for anything. Didn't hear anything. I've got a willow tree in front of me. I put a handful of boilies out under that yesterday to see if maybe I could hear anything, and I didn't. Now it might be that they did visit and I just can't hear because of that sort of noise from the aerator, so that might be the case. So plan of action as always here, guys, is I'm going to leave the rods in till about 10 o'clock. I always believe it's bite time up till then here. I'm going to keep watching the water now, see if I can find any fish. Then when I bring the rods in, I'll probably have a comfort break, say hello to the guys on the other side of the lake, because I've got Dan on the other side who caught a fish yesterday, I believe. Michael, who's in swim 1. Michael's dad over here. It's all in a rush on a Friday night, guys, so I didn't really get around to say hello to them. So I'll go around and say hello to them later, as well as walking around Kingfisher, say hello to the guys over there. Come back, put the deeper out, or I may even put it out in the morning whilst I'm waiting, actually. Put the deeper out, investigate the water a bit, maybe pick some different spots, or not, depends what the deeper shows, and then have my fingers crossed and hope that maybe we can get something today or tonight. So obviously there's been a lot going on the channel, guys. There's been 2 giveaways. By the time this comes out, those giveaways would have already passed, but the first one was 60 hours free fishing at Mousehole Lakes on Kingfisher, which was a fantastic giveaway, and that was to celebrate the 50th vlog. So again, thanks to Joe and Dave for that. And then the other one was my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which I'm really grateful to all of you guys for that. And on that, actually, there is something I did want to say, and I've nearly forgotten. My brain is mush. So for those competitions, all you really had to do was put a single word in the comments, and I can tell you guys, I've had dozens and dozens of really lovely comments from you guys out there wishing me well, saying how much you're enjoying the vlogs and all the rest of it. 100%, guys, it really does touch me to my heart. It really does warm me up when I read them all, so I really appreciate all of those lovely comments that all of you guys and girls out there have sent me. Thank you ever so much, guys. It does keep me rolling and doing what I'm doing, and I do appreciate all of you as well. I know you enjoy the vlogs and all the rest, but I really do appreciate all of your support massively. Absolutely massively. So thank you, guys. There's a lot of good people out there, and it's lovely to get good feedback. It really is. So thank you very much. Right, I'm going to crack on, watch the water, have my coffee, and pray I can see some fish. So not quite 9 o'clock, guys, and I decided to do things a little bit different this morning, and I figured whilst I'm watching the water and I'm seeing the odd fizz here and there, why don't I have the bait boat out and have a much better look with the sonar? So that's what I did this morning, guys, and I'll be honest, I think I might have found a bit of a spot where the fish are holding up along the right hand side margin of swim 6. So I'll show you a little shot here on the sonar. That to me is definitely fish. So I set the spots up on the bait boat, going around each spot, having a look with a sonar, making myself happy, testing them out a couple of times. So I'll show you the 4 spots that I've put up. Obviously I'm only fishing 3 rods, Initially I think I probably will be going A, B, C or A, C, D. Not quite certain. I've pinged a couple of boilies over to spot D. Spot D is more of a silty area, and I'm thinking at this time of the year they might be digging into that, so I might be going either A, B, C. A is the spot I'm talking about, guys. That's where the shot of the fish are. I'm going to be going there 100%. Don't think I'm going to go with a lot of bait. Probably stick to the same sort of thing I did last night, maybe a small mesh bag with maybe just a few thrown in. Just to the left of the Willow Tree Island. I definitely really want to go there. And then spot C is what they call Carpy Corner. It's normally a guaranteed bite, and I could do with a bite, I'll be honest, guys. Not been on the bank for a month. I am absolutely gagging to feel a bend in the rod and get a fish on the bank, so I'm going to go to Carpy Corner regardless. And then, like I said, that silty spot is spot D. That I do think it's shallower. I do think they could be grubbing around in that. So got about an hour praying for these rods to go off from last night's, putting them out last night. But I have been watching the water. I haven't seen any actual fish yet. Like I said, one fish did come out from this lake yesterday. Everywhere else has been quiet. It has been a little bit hard at Mousehole of late, guys, for the last 3 weeks, I believe. So I probably haven't missed an awful lot, maybe a couple more blanks, maybe. Now, other thing I forgot to say, I didn't do a scratch card yesterday, guys, so I've not got that as my measuring stick. You know, if I'd lost on a scratch card, I'd probably be feeling a bit more confident. But no, to be fair, after finding that spot, because also something else I should say, they've put the aerator back into swim 3, but they've moved it across, which I think is a really good move. So well done, Mousehole Lakes. I do think that's a good move, because where it was in swim 3, it kind of cut off that channel along there, but where they've put it in the corner, I do kind of think it's pushed the fish forward into swim 6 water. I'm praying that's what's happened, guys, because I do believe I have found a good head of fish over there using the sonar. So 100% going there. Now I will also say I did start investigating that spot because I did repeatedly see some fizzing and bubbles coming up from over there. That's what led me to put the sonar over there in the first place. So always make sure you're out first thing in the morning, guys, and watching the water. Can't stress how important that is, particularly going into these colder months. Water temperature, obviously surface temp on the sonar, but it looks to be about 12 degrees. It was about 6 this morning. There wasn't any mist on the water, so you know, I would have to say the water's fairly cold at the minute for there not to be any mist. So got about an hour before I bring the rods in, guys. Go for a comfort break, have a walk around, but I'm looking forward to getting the rods out this afternoon, and fingers crossed I can bring you a fish or two. Again, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks for all your support. I really appreciate it. Alright guys, well, while bringing my rods in at 10 o'clock for my comfort break, my right hand rod picked up another line which was attached to a tree. Obviously I don't pull for a break here, so I called Phil with the idea of going out in the boat, but then I had the idea of put my bait boat out and see if I couldn't use it to try and pull the other line off the tree. And show you a little clip here, I did end up getting it. So thankfully I haven't lost anything. My tubing's all on there, my lead, back lead, all that's all there, my rig's there, the old Zebedee rig, and a load of line which isn't mine, which was up a tree. Please guys, if you come to Mousehole Lakes and you get caught up a tree or you break off, please let one of the bailiffs know so they can go and remove it. Thank you. So Saturday afternoon, tried bringing the rods in at 10, and the right hand rod ended up picking up another line that I hadn't seen was stuck in a tree. So after a bit of to and fro in, come up with the idea of putting the bait boat out, dropping the lead through the door, swinging it around a couple of times, get it caught on there, and hopefully try bringing it in. It actually did work. Right, so After that, obviously I go for my walk around and see Michael down on the other side. Dan had already had one fish out yesterday and he's actually had another one out this morning, so well done Dan, doing well mate, very well done. So I did a full lap of Kingfisher as well, said hello to a few people on there. It's been hard fishing all round at the minute guys. I think Dan's fish at the minute are the only ones that have been out since I've been here. But I come back, I've got my rods out, I'm very happy with where they are. I've gone to spots A, B, C, I will show you them on the map. Spot A, I have gone with the krill, so the active krill. Spot B, I have gone with Steamy's TNT, so tiger nut and toffee. And spot C, which is known as Carpy Corner, I've gone with the Mousehole exclusive pineapple tigers. So fingers crossed for all those guys. I haven't really seen much whilst I've been out here, I've got to be honest. It is still a little bit chilly, so I am a little bit wrapped up. And well, it's a good sign that Dan's had two, to be fair. It does mean they're feeding now. I will be honest, I didn't put probably even 10 boilies out with each, so I think when I redo my rods, probably only in a few hours to be fair, because it's going to be getting dark quite soon. So probably when I redo the rods for the evening, I probably will put a fair bit of bait out, hoping that that will have me a bite. So once again, thanks for watching guys. Hopefully I can bring you a fish or two before tomorrow morning. Evening guys, so Saturday evening, thought I'd give you a bit of an update just before it gets dark. It's about 4:15 at the minute and I've done my rods already. So reason for that is obviously when it gets dark my eyesight isn't that great and trying to get them out to exactly where I want them ain't gonna happen. So what have I done? I have moved one of the rods guys. So as per this map earlier, I went to A, B, C. Rods A and C are in the same place, but during the day, probably about an hour after I put them out actually, I did actually see an absolute unit bosh out down the right hand margin, which is to the right of where spot A was. So essentially I've taken rod B, which was off the island, moved it to the other side of where spot A was. So still using the sticky active krill, which is on the right hand rod, and the middle rod is Steamy's TNT, and I've actually gone for a bottom bait on that one guys. In fact I've gone for bottom baits on both of them rather than wafters, just bottom baits. And the last one which I've put in Carpy Corner, which is point C, is a pineapple tigers, which you can only really get at Mousehole Lake. Steamy's don't sell it on their website. So I am pretty hopeful. I did have a bit of an incident on the middle rod, kind of bobbin went up a little bit, dropped a little bit, but I think it was probably just a liner or just a pickup. That will reset, so I'm not worried about that. But did make me jump. I was just having my coffee at the time, so yeah, fingers crossed. I'm confident. Like I said already, Dan in swim 3 has had two, and they came yesterday morning, so he's had two. No one else over here has caught anything, but I am hopeful for tonight. Fingers crossed I can bring you a banger before the morning. Thanks for watching guys. Morning all. So Sunday morning, and actually I have got a little bit of an update for you. So last night about 8:30, the right hand rod, which was on the sticky active krill with a little bit of sweet corn topper, I did put some corn out with all of my rods last night. It went off and I had this lovely little 15-pound mirror, as they all are here guys. Absolutely pristine conditions, it shows. So can't even speak this morning, so let's quickly show you that one. Hi guys, so about 8 o'clock, 8:30 now. I had my first take on the right hand rod, which actually was the sticky krill, topped with a little bit of fake corn, and I had this lovely little 15-pound mirror. Couldn't remember whether it was a mirror or common. So let's get her up for you. Nothing massive, but after not being on the bank for a month, it feels great to actually have a fish. It really does. Only £15 guys, but wants to give me a right battle to get her up. There you go. £15 of goodness. There you go guys. Struggle to get her up, but she's up. Like I said, only £15, but very happy for it. See if I can't get a couple of pics and then get it back. Alright guys, little £15 mirror going back. Decided to enjoy the sticky krill. Yeah, I didn't think she was going to wait around. There we go, happy days. Alright guys, well as you can see, it was a lovely fish. Was a little bit chilly last night, hence why I'm wrapped up well this morning. And I would probably normally have been up from probably about 5:30, but I was up about 3 o'clock and I must have actually properly gone to sleep. I don't normally go to sleep, but about 6:30 I actually woke up. So yeah, got a few hours of decent sleep. So I have been watching the water. I've made myself a coffee and I have actually seen a little bit of fizzing over what is my middle rod. Also, just to let you know, if I didn't tell you before, sorry guys, that right hand rod was actually, it was initially the middle rod. I kept point A and I swapped where point B was. So instead of point B being in the middle as it was, it went to the right margin, because yesterday afternoon after I put the rods out, I saw a fish show down there and it was quite a lump, so I thought, well, I'm definitely going to have one there tonight. So about 3:30 yesterday I redid all the rods. So I don't have one on the island, I have one going out towards the middle now, because last night when I caught that fish it took out my left hand rod, which was around the corner of the island in front in what's known as Carpy Corner, and I wasn't going to try and put the boat back out there last night. So I've got one directly in front of me where I've just seen a bit of swirling actually. So actually I've seen swirling on 2 of the rods now, so I'm not unconfident that I might, fingers crossed, pray into those carp gods, get another one before I leave. I don't know if the other 3 guys on the lake have had anything last night or not. I'm not certain, but at least I've saved myself a blank on my first time out from obviously being unwell for a few weeks and not being on the bank. So really grateful for that. And as always, Mousehole Lake's pristine fish. So yeah, happy days. Really happy with that one. Right, little bit of an update for you. No, it's not a fish, unfortunately. I needed to use the lead desperately, so I had to pull all the rods in, and I've redone the rods probably about, I think I got them back in about 8 o'clock guys. So there's only a couple of hours left before I go, but I've got my fingers crossed and I'm praying to those carp gods that I can get you one before I leave. Now I've gone back to 2 of the same spots, which was sort of at 8 spots A and B. Not there maps, I'm not going to show you on a map, but spots A and B. So basically the right hand margin and then about 2.5 rod lengths out from the right hand margin, and then I've just gone literally directly in front of me about 5 rod lengths, so not far. But I have seen a little bit of activity on 2 of the spots, so I am hopeful guys. You never know, it can happen. I've got a couple hours left. Really and truly, you know, you only have got to have a rod in the right place and you can have an instant bite, can't you? So praying to those carp gods I can get another bite. I've just had myself a little bit of breakfast. I'm going to let it go down a bit and then do a slow pack down. Thanks for watching guys. Well, it is 9 o'clock Sunday morning, or just gone, and I'm going to start doing a slow pack down guys. So firstly I just want to say thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed this vlog. Sorry there was only one fish, but to be honest, Mousehole has been pretty barren lately of fish, I've got to be honest. Now Dan on the opposite side of me has caught 2, so well done Dan, good man. But I think no one else has caught anything, so it's been a tough week. So to get that one little 15-pounder out, I am quite pleased. And of course, because I've not been on the bank for the last 3 weeks, I'm just pleased to be out guys. Any of you guys that fish regular know what it's like when you're not out on the bank. It's a killer. So I'm very fortunate, I've got an understanding girlfriend, thank you Emma, which means I can get out 3 weeks of the month fishing, so I've really missed it the last 3 weeks. So hopefully someone good has won those competitions that have been going. By the time this comes out, they both would have finished, so onwards and upwards to the 3,000 subscriber giveaway. I will put my mind into thought process and try and come up with something good for that one, guys. So firstly, talking about my subscriber giveaways, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything and it's much appreciated. If you've enjoyed this short little vlog, number 53 of the Mousehole Diaries, give it the old thumbs up. And if you want to be notified of future posts, hit that bell icon. I post every single Friday at 6:30, guys. It will be a vlog, something like this, or a review, or maybe even bait making. So only leaves me to say, stay safe, stay fishing. I'll see you on the next vlog.